This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves: Jerry Royster at short, leading off. Roland Office is in center field, batting number 2. Gary Matthews in right field, hitting third. Jeff Burrows in left field, batting fourth. Joe Nolan, the catcher, batting number 5. Dale Murphy at first base, hitting number 6. Glenn Hubbard, the second baseman, is batting 7th. Rod Gilbert, the third baseman, is batting in the number 8 position. And the pitcher is Jim Bouton. For the Giants, Bill Madlock leads off at second base. Terry Whitfield in left field, batting second. Mike Ivey, the first baseman, hitting number 3. Darrell Evans at third base, batting 4th. Eddie Cruz in center field, batting number 5. Jim Dwyer in right field, batting 6th. Jeff Camargo, the catcher, hitting 7th. Roger Metzger at shortstop, hitting 8th. And Ed Halicki will be doing the pitching. Royster steps to the plate with a .266 batting average, 2 home runs, 33 RBIs. Halicki 8-8 in this 1978 season. His pitch is a slider outside for a ball, 1-0. 2-5 lifetime against the Braves as Halicki with a 7.38 earned run average. Strike call, 1-1. Pitch. Strike 2 calls. 0-2. Halicki in front of Royster. No balls and 2 strikes. Halicki looking in for the target from Camargo. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. Whitfield goes back into this one. Then comes in, makes the catch out, number 1. This broadcast is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the San Francisco Giants solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of description and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants is prohibited. Where is this consent here? Air personnel involved in this broadcast were approved by the... Well, not exactly approved. Well, they said it was okay. Temporarily. San Francisco Giants from station KSFO. Office takes low for a ball, takes outside for a ball. It's 2-0. In fact, I'm waiting for the phone to ring now. 2-0. Halicki's 2-0 pitch. And the Office really fooled by that one. Office thought that was going to be a fastball or some pitch inside to him. He fell away, and it was a slow breaking ball that dropped in over the plate. Office looks out at Halicki as though he has a mirror on the mound. 2-1 pitch. Fastball, low for ball 3, close. Pete Ward coaches at first. Tom Burgess at third for the Braves. The 3-1 pitch. Grounded to shortstop. Up with it is Metzger. His throw, and 2 men are down. Office really looked at Halicki as though Halicki had come up with some real trick kick. Because Roland had fallen away from that ball, and then it was a slow breaking pitch that dropped in. 2 in down, and Gary Matthews hitting .282, 16 home runs, 59 RBIs, takes low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Ed Halicki making his 26th appearance of the year. Ground ball, base hit by a diving Evans into left field. Matthews singles to left. Whitfield gets the ball back in. Halicki will not pitch a no-hitter against the Braves today. And it'll bring up Jeff Burrows, batting .314. Bill Madlock has projected himself into the National League batting race lead. He has taken over that lead. Madlock looking for his 3rd batting championship in his Major League career, which has not spanned that many years. He's at 316, Dave Parker at 315, and Jeff Burrows batting now at 314. So Matlock rooting for Burrows to make out here as the throw to first base. Matthews dives back in. Right-hand batter against Halicki, the outfield. Back up, throw to first. Oh, he had him moving the wrong way. Halicki almost picked him off. Matthews' little boy in the dugout watching the game. He doesn't want to get embarrassed by being picked off at first base. Lead by Gary. Pitch on the way to Burrows is low for a ball, 1-0. There's a small crowd here today watching the Braves and Giants. Throw to first. The hope that this weekend against the Cincinnati Reds, as the Giants strive to hold off the Reds, that the fans will be out to support the ball club that brought so much excitement to Candlestick in this 1978 season. It's been an outstanding job. Unfortunately, falling into a slump that has seen him win only 1 out of 9. Dropped him 7 games back of the Dodgers. Pitch to Burrows is a strike, and it's 1-1. About the overall picture of 1978, if anyone would have said before the start of spring training that the Giants would be in second place, 7 games back or not, wouldn't have found too many believers. Breaking ball low for ball 2, 2-1. Would you believe, Joe? Down to 2 balls and a strike. Stretch by Halicki. The look at first. Matthews runs. The pitch taken. The throw to second. He's safe at second base. Matthews steals second. And it's 3-1 to Burrows. Runner in scoring position at second base. The Braves have been running pretty much against the Giants in this series. Atlanta has already won the season series against the Giants, as has Cincinnati, as has the Dodgers. Giants are only ahead of Houston and San Diego in the Western Division. Ball 4. Burrows draws the base on ball. Runners at first and second. Against Eastern Division opponents, the Giants were even with Philadelphia, but well ahead of everyone else. They've had difficulty in their own division. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Nolan, the left-hand batter, hitting .251, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. Halicki stretched the pitch. Breaking ball, a strike, 0-1. We're in the top of the first. Beautiful afternoon at Candlestick. Nothing in 1. Glance at second. The 1-strike pitch misses outside for a 1-1. Even up count. It's really warm out here today. So warm, as a matter of fact. Breaking ball inside this time for 2-1. Two ball, 1-strike count. Matthews away from second, Burrows from first. Left-hand batter waits, takes outside, ball 3. Behind 3-1 on Nolan. So after getting the first 2 batters, Matthews singles, Burrows walks on a 3-1 count. Now it's 3-1 to Nolan. Halicki's 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Just got the outside corner, full count. The runners will be going on this 3-2 pitch. Burrows from first, Matthews from second. Halicki trying to get over the 500 mark. He's won 8 times and lost 8. It's been a tough season for Ed. An early season injury slowed him down. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, 1 hop to Matlock. Going a step to his right. Has it. Throws to first. Side retired. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on. We go to the bottom of the first. It is the Braves nothing, the Giants coming to bat.
Ready for National Chevy Week America, coming September 15th through the 23rd, when Chevy dealers everywhere will be offering you some great Chevy values. There'll be a big selection of cars and trucks for you to choose from, and many dealers will even be extending their hours. There'll be great values on cars like Chevy Chevette, Monte Carlo, and the Chevrolet Caprice and Impala, on trucks like Chevy Love and Blazer, and on Chevy vans, too. It'll all be happening during National Chevy Week, starting next Friday, the 15th, at your Chevy dealers. So, get ready, America.
Bottom of the first inning. The Braves on defense, Burrows in left, Office in center, Matthews in right, Gilbreth at third, Royster at short, Hubbard at second, Murphy at first, Nolan catching, and Jim Bouton doing the pitching. Jim, who I'm quite sure will be able to write another book after this 78 season. Bouton, who used to lose his cap all the time when he was a hard thrower with the Yankees, lost it again, throwing a knuckleball up there, losing it. Bouton wanted to prove a point that he could make it back into baseball. He says that getting to the majors wasn't all that big in his plans, but that he just wanted to show somebody that he enjoys baseball and that he wanted to be able to play baseball. He still can't keep the cap on. Keeps falling off, even though when he was pitching with the Yankees, that used to be a lot of bets made on how many times Bouton's cap would fall off. Every time was generally the winner. Faced the Dodgers. Went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 6 runs. Pitched 3 perfect innings against the Dodgers before things fell apart, and he faces Bill Matlock, the league's leading hitter, with a .316 average. Bouton's pitch to Matlock, who takes the strike, and Bouton loses his cap. Jim wrote the book Ball 4. Knuckleball fouled away to the left side, strike 2. Matlock 4 hits against Necro's knuckleball yesterday. Now the count 0-2 to Bill, leading off against Jim Bouton. Bouton made some money and some enemies with his book. Ball 4 as he stepped on a few toes. Knuckleball in the dirt, 12 ball, 1-2. Delivery, fouled away. Some people were unkind enough to say that his ball 4 was actually an intentional walk. But it was a bestseller. Even some of the people who were upset were probably reading it to see if their name was in it. Knuckleball, strike 3 call. Matlock got caught looking. And Bouton strikes out. Very ironic if Jim Bouton were to beat the Giants today, because the Giants did not squawk that much, but there was controversy about whether Bouton should be allowed to pitch to a pennant contender, the Dodgers, which he did in his return to the big leagues. Terry Whitfield takes low for a ball. The Dodgers routed him, and there was further nasty things said. Now, if he would beat the Giants, strike called, it would be a little embarrassing. 1-1 count to Whitfield, hitting .296 with 9 home runs and 29 RBIs. Line drive, base hit, right field. Over leaping second baseman Hubbard. Matthews up with the ball, gets it back to the infield. And on at first base is Whitfield as Mike Ivy comes to the plate, hitting .310 with 10 home runs and 49 RBIs. Ivy looking at Dave Bristol. Dale Evans due up next. Whitfield with his lead at first is Boughton. Takes a stretch, the pitch on the way. Low and inside, Boughton loses his cap. 1-0. Jim looking a lot thinner than he did when he was in the big leagues before. 14 pounds lighter than what he was in the majors. Fouled away down the left field line as Whitfield was running. The count is ball and strike. Is that part of the 2.5-foot cookie that Bob and Dan Cuneo brought in? Well, I can't eat one now, but I'll just put it right here on the side. Bob and Dan Cuneo, well, it's a 2.5-foot chocolate chip cookie. Swing and a miss by Ivy. 1-2. Dan have bakeries in the city, and they have baked the 2.5-foot cookies. Swing and a miss. The throw to second. Whitfield steals second base. Ivy out on strike. Boughton gets his second strikeout, and Whitfield steals the second base. Darrell Evans will be the batter. So Boughton has struck out 2 of the first 3 he's faced. That's the route that Boughton will make it. Anybody that has decided to put that much into a comeback attempt and be willing to go to the minors and battle his way back, you have to root for him. Pitch outside to Evans for a ball. Of course, the Giants will be rooting for him another day. Behind second base, Royster keeping Whitfield close. Evans waits for the 1-0 pitch. Knuckler high for a ball. 2-0. Boughton's knuckleball does not have the speed that Necro's does. He has a very slow knuckleball. 2-0 pitch. That one's called a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Boughton glances at second, the pitch to Evans. High fly ball, easy play for Matthews in right field. Waiting for it, and the Giants are retired in the first. Jim Boughton gets them on just 1 hit. 1 runner left on. At the end of an inning, it is 0-0.
When it comes to saving money, more Californians come to Bank of America than any other bank or savings and loans. The reasons are simple. First, we're very convenient. We offer a wide variety of savings plans. Plus, there's the security of saving with California's largest bank. And now there are 3 new reasons to save at Bank of America. Our new 6-month money market certificate. It pays the same high interest rate as U.S. Treasury bills. Or there's our new 8-year certificate of deposit and our new higher earning individual retirement account. Both pay the highest bank interest allowed by law. Of course, there is a substantial interest penalty for early withdrawal. With our high interest rates, convenient locations, and security, it's no wonder more Californians depend on Bank of America for savings. Come on in, and let's talk about your savings. Bank of America, member FDIC.
To inning number 2, a 0-0 ball game, and Dale Murphy will be up here to bat against Ed Holinky. Murphy with a .237 average, 23 home runs and 77 RBIs. He is the club leader in RBIs, a Braves club leader. Pitch on the way is a slider outside for a ball, 1-0. Murphy, Hubbard, and Gilbreth to face Ed Halicki. Ed's pitch, strike call, 1-1. Reds in town tomorrow night, Saturday and Sunday. Big series, the Giants to remain in second place. The Reds lost last night. Giants keeping their second place spot. Ball 2. I hope you'll be out here. There are seats available for all 3 games. Halicki's 2-1 pitch. Murphy checks his swing, takes low for ball 3. Ed has thrown an awful lot of pitches. He hasn't missed by much, but he has missed by a little bit, and consequently has been behind a lot of the hitters. We haven't been behind a lot of them. He hasn't faced that many yet. We're only in the second inning. Strike 2 call. 3-2. Murphy started to go to first base, comes back now, and stares off into space. Full count to the big right-hand batter. 3-2 pitch. Check swing foul off to the right, and it stays at 3-2. I wonder something. I wonder if you go over to KNBR, Joe, if you get to do the Giant games, if you get free tickets to Johnny Carson's show. 3-2 pitch is fouled away to the right. Full count. Am I in the package? I don't know. I'm not supposed to campaign for you. Ground ball back to Halicki, off his glove. He chased it down, picks it up, and then drops it again. So that will be a very definite error on Ed Halicki. That ball jammed Murphy, who was falling away. The ball hit his bat, rolled out to the mound to Squibber. Halicki had it kick off his glove, then he went over to pick it up. It bounced away from him. He tried to retrieve it, and it kicked away, and it will very definitely be an error. Look at it. Chuck says he's going to fall on it over the goal line. A bit like the Oakland Raiders play. There goes the runner, a swing and a miss to throw to second is into center field off the glove of Madlock, and Murphy will go to third. Maybe they better throw that ball out of play. I don't think it's catchable. Check and see if it has a rubber center. And Mike Ivey did look at it. See if there was something wrong with it. Well, Murphy winds up at third. Stolen base. And I guess they will give Tamargo the throwing error. Oh, Murphy's at third when he should have been in the dugout, but he may soon be. Nobody out. A squeeze bunt, and he will score. The throw to first, then Hubbard is retired, but it's a squeeze bunt, and the sacrifice gives the Braves a run. It is 1-0. We'll pause for station identification. This is the Golden West Radio Network.
Now, Gene Nelson, weekday mornings on KSFO 560 San Francisco.
Putout goes from 1 to 3 on Hubbard, but he gets a sacrifice on the squeeze bunt. Rod Gilbreth, now the third baseman up here, hitting .248, takes ball 1. 1-0 pitch to him. Strike, 1-1. So an error by Halicki. A stolen base by Murphy. A throwing error by Tamargo and a squeeze bunt. Swing and a miss. Gilbreth out in front. 1-2. A textbook run by the Braves. 1-2 pitch. Bounce foul to the left side. The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Dwyer, long run, and dives in foul territory, can't make the catch. So Jim Dwyer making a long run and a headlong dive trying to catch that ball. Could didn't get it. Dwyer's been gone for a couple of days. Death in the family. Took him out of the lineup. He's back in there playing right field. Jack Clark still under the weather. 1-2 pitch. Bounce to the right side. Matlock fields it, throws to first, and 2 men are down. Money's a household word at Bank of America. It may not be in our household. It's available right now for home improvement loans. Want to spruce up the house or add needed space? Talk to a loan specialist at Bank of America. They're an equal housing lender. Crowd gives Jim Boughton a good hand as he comes to the plate. He has 2 good ones, but they applaud for him. Right-hand batter takes a fastball strike on 1. Braves lead 1-0. And Halicki's 1-strike pitch. Popped up foul back into the seat. Strike 2. That's a souvenir that somebody can get and say Jim Boughton fouled this one off. 0-2 pitch. High and inside for a ball. 1-2. Beautiful afternoon at Candlestick. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball hit to center field. Cruz is there in right center to make the catch, and the side retired. 1 run, no hits, 2 errors, and no one left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Atlanta. If you're between the ages of 30 and 60, congratulations. Farmers Insurance Group welcomes you to the careful age, a group who have fewer car accidents and deserve a better break on auto insurance. So if you qualify, Farmers offers their 30-60 auto policy, which may save you plenty over what you pay now. This applies whether you're married or single, or a man or a woman. If you're willing to admit your age, 30 or over, up to age 60, you owe it to yourself to check out your possible savings with Farmers 30-60 auto policy. You know your fast, fair, friendly Farmers agents will do their best to help you make worthwhile savings on auto insurance, year after year. So for full information, see your Farmers agent who displays the Giants banner soon.
In Walnut Creek, see Dennis Varian. And in Richmond, see Dwight Post.
Inning number 2, the Braves lead 1-0, and Jim Boughton out to work the second as Cruz, Dwyer, and Camargo will face Boughton. Boughton got to side. We're giving up just a base hit to Whitfield in the first inning. Throw to second base, and we're ready to go. 80 Cruz batting .238 with 7 home runs. Those chocolate chip cookies are good. Cruz takes a strike on 1. 0-1. Boughton going to spend more time picking up his cap than doing anything else. 1-strike pitch. Low off the ball. He didn't lose it that time. It just slid a little bit. Had to stick a piece of gum in the back of it. That was ball on the strike. Swing and a miss at that big, slow-breaking knuckleball is 1-2. Boughton in front of Cruz. He struck out 2 in the first inning, Matlock and Ivy. Fastball inside. Wanted to slip that one by Cruz. It is 2-2. Boughton getting the sign from Nolan. 2-2 pitch. Knuckleball popped up into shallow center. Office coming in. Long run. Not going to get to it. Bounce in front of him. Cruz is trying for 2, and he will be in at second. Cruz showing outstanding hustle that time as Office had to wait for the ball. Cruz just kept going and goes into second base. Farmers is famous for auto insurance, but your Farmers agent is also able to protect your home, your life, and can also fill your other insurance needs. Call your Farmers agent today. Say, hey, Farmers agent. Jim Dwyer, hitting .235. 5 home runs, 35 RBIs. Knuckler that bounces up there. Nolan protected from being a wild pitch, blocking that one, rolled down the third base line, and Cruz remains at second. Tomorrow night there will be skateboard acrobatics before the game out here at Candlestick. And to skate off this, I don't know, you could skate on the turf, but look back at second base. And the Knuckler is a strike, 1-1. They must bring out special ramps and things to work on because they can't do much. It could go on the warning track, I guess, but it wouldn't be too exciting. You're going about 40 miles an hour and hit into the dugout. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 calls. That looked like that might have been a slider rather than a knuckleball. 1-2. Second base is Cruz with no one out, and Dwyer batting left-handed against knuckleballer Jim Bowden. Bowden glanced second. The pitch is grounded to the right side. So Dwyer gets Cruz over to third as Dwyer is thrown out for the first out of the inning, and John Tamargo will be the batter. Giant payoff inning can win you cash prizes, maybe a 78 Chevette from the Golden West Network and your Northern California Chevy dealers. $10, $25, $50, $100 new Chevy Chevette. Send your name, address, and telephone number on a postcard to Giant Payoff Inning, Post Office Box 560, San Francisco 94101. The bottom of the sixth. That is the payoff inning today. Getting close to the time when it's not going to do any good to send in any more of those postcards. We'll use them next year. Well, yeah, we can put them in a little package and send them over to let Frank Bill read them. John Tamargo batting with a runner at third, the infield drawn in. Tamargo takes a knuckleball low. The Braves playing their drawn-in defense a little different than usual. The shortstop Royster is almost over to second base. Rather than guard the hole through the left side, he's playing almost directly behind Bowden. Fly ball foul out of play. It is 1-1. Tamargo hitting that ball foul. Tamargo up here where a fly ball to the outfield could even the game at 1 apiece. The Giants trail at the moment 1-0. Ball and a strike to the left-hand batting Tamargo. 1 home run, 7 RBIs at .250 average. Now Royster's playing to the right of second. Fouled away by Tamargo. 1-2. Gilbert, the third baseman, moves almost 30 feet off the line. And Royster, who positions himself before the pitch is made, about a step or two to the left of second base, has been moving all the way to the right of the bag. Now he's to the left side of second and remains there. The 1-2 pitch bounced slowly to second, and Cruz will have to hold at third. Tamargo is thrown out for the second out of the inning. Tamargo couldn't get the ball out of the infield, hit it directly to Hubbard. And with 2 down, it'll bring up Roger Metzger. Metzger batting .240. No home runs and 19 RBIs. The infield will back up now, with the exception of Gilbert, who plays even with the bag. And the stretch by Bowden. Pitch is a fastball that misses for ball 1. Bowden loses his cap again. The Giants aren't exactly playing as though they're all that interested in things the last couple of days. They have to get pulled together and realize that the world hasn't come to an end because they dropped out of first place. 1-0 pitch is a strike, and Metzger wasn't too sure of that. Backs out of there. It's 1-1. 2 out. Runner at third is Cruz. Yankees feeling a little bit droopy today after they dropped out of first place. Knuckler low and inside for a ball. It's the first time they've been out for even longer than the Giants, because the Red Sox at one time looked like they had a runaway win in that Eastern Division in the American League. Now they're trailing the Yankees. It's up high for a ball, 3-1. Bob Lemon would certainly have to get some votes for manager of the year if the Yankees won. He took over from Billy Martin when the Yankees were really faltering. And now they've come back to take over first place. 3-1 pitch. Inside for ball 4. Knuckler that just barely missed. Metzger walks. And Halicki now. Halicki robbed of a home run in Los Angeles in a game that the Giants looked like they were going to win. Finally lost 5-4. Takes high for a ball, and that was the turning point of the season. That one right there. Some of the fire went out of the ball club when they lost that game. Never regained it. Cruz at third. Metzger at first with 2 outs. Bowden's pitch. And Halicki tries to hold up. Swings and misses. That time Bowden threw what appeared to be a hard slider. Ball breaking away from Halicki, and it's 1-1. Metzger and Cruz at the corners with 2 down. The Giants trail 1-0 in bottom of the second. Low for a ball. 2-1. One thing, Bowden will never be out of shape as long as he pitches, because he stays in shape bending over to pick up his cap. 2-1 pitch. High, ball 3. And there's an old joke about why it took so long to play golf. Hit your shot and drag Fred. With Bowden, it's throw the ball and pick up your cap. Metzger leads at first. 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Full count, 3-2. Bowden looks almost surprised when his cap doesn't fall off. Three and 2 to Halicki. Metzger will be running. He goes, 3-2 pitch, popped up foul, playable for Gilbert, the third baseman, in foul territory. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. Here in the second inning, no runs on a leadoff double. That's the familiar story. No errors and 2 runners left on. And at the end of 2 full, it is a Braves 1, the Giants nothing. Inning number 3, the Braves lead the Giants 1-0. And to come in and tell you about the action here in the third is Joe Angel. Good job, Joe. Somebody may be listening.
How about if I just do the play-by-play?
You know, come to think of it, I don't think I'm going to ask people to send any more letters. Go ahead and send the letters, folks. Joe has a big house, and he needs your money.
Jerry Royster is 0 for 1. Swings and he grounds it to Darrell Evans at third. Throws across. Royster is out number 1. Darrell playing in on the edge of the infield turf. Then easy play. 1 away, now Roland Office in the third inning. Office is 0 for 1. He grounded to the shortstop Metzger in the first inning. Roland hitting .253 with 9 homers and 37 RBIs. 1-0 Atlanta in the third. Right-hander deals. The breaking ball is in there. Caught the outside corner at the letters. 0-1. On deck is Gary Matthews. Halicki says yes. Winds and delivers. Fouled away by Office. 0-2 the count. Halicki looking for his 9th win against 8 losses. His ERA, a very good one, 2.89. Right-hander started out the season on the disabled list. Breaking ball low and inside. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Office. Right-hander ready again. Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way. He swung on, lifted, foul down the left field line. Evans and Metzger chasing Whitfield there, but none able to make the play. The ball falling in the bullpen on the warning track and then bouncing into the seats. Now the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Tomorrow night, Saturday and Sunday, the Cincinnati Reds, all single games. Day games on the weekend. Then the Giants hit the road again. They will be on their way to San Diego. They'll go down there and join the Navy. 1-2 delivery is swung on and again fouled away down the left field line. Evans shading his eyes, can't see the ball, and it falls untouched on the warning track. Darrell never did find that one. Very difficult son. Getting his sign again. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Off his backs away from a low inside fastball. 2-2. Beautiful, gorgeous day here at Candlestick. Outstanding weather. Swing and a miss at a change-up curve. A breaking ball and looking at him way out in front. Out number 2 in the 3rd inning. Now Gary Matthews. Malicki getting his first strikeout. Matthews 1 for 1. Single and stole second in the 1st inning, and he was stranded. Matthews, who now has 8 hits in his last 15 at-bats. Here's a pitch. Matthews takes a little bit low, ball 1. 2 down in the 3rd, 1-0 Atlanta. In the bottom of the inning, it will be Matlock, Whitfield, and Ivy. Here's a 1-0 delivery, is inside, 2-0. Malicki ready again. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Matthews swings and he hits it to center field. Going back his cruise, he will get there, waiting for it, makes the catch, and Matthews is out number 3. And Malicki with his first 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Not now, Chuck. Later. The score, Atlanta 1 and the Giants nothing. Here at the bottom of inning number 3, the Giants will send up Matlock, Whitfield, and Ivy against Jim Houghton. Atlanta 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Giants no runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. The only Atlanta run is unearned. They got it in the 2nd inning on a couple of errors and a squeezed bunt. Mountain delivers a knuckleball in the dirt to Matlock, 1-0. Matlock came into the game with a batting average of .316, the league leader. 15 home runs, 42 RBIs. Mountain says yes to another knuckleball sign, delivers and gets it in there for a called strike, 1-1. Matlock now has 24 hits in his last 65 at-bats. 1-1 delivery, a knuckleball. He turns the bunt, but he takes high for ball 2. 2-1 on the Giants' second baseman. Matlock on a 7-game hitting streak. He has also hit safely in 13 of his last 16 games. Knuckleball is grounded foul under the legs and between the legs of Dave Bristol in the coaching box at 3rd. 2-2. Matlock will be followed by Whitfield and then Mike Ivy, the 1-2-3 hitter. Matlock in quest of his 3rd National League batting title. Knuckleball is a little bit high, not by much. 3-2. Matlock took a call 3rd strike in the 1st inning. Matlock trying to become the first National Leaguer to win 3 batting titles in 4 years since Clemente did it, and he walked ball 4. Roberto Clemente did it in 1964, 1965, and 1967. The Matlock is on at first with nobody down, and the batter is Terry Whitfield. Walk number 2 given up by Fountain. Whitfield hitting .296. He had a single and a stolen base in the 1st inning. So at the moment, he is batting .297. The Atlanta infield looking for a possible 2. Rod Gilbreth very shallow at third. Murphy playing on the Atlanta outfield against Whitfield playing surprisingly shallow. Carry with good power to left center field. Knuckleball is fouled away off the end of the bat. 1-1. Braves 1, Giants nothing in the third. Matlock at first and nobody down. Looking ahead to the Cincinnati series, tomorrow night it will be Vida Blue once again looking for his 17th win. He will be opposed by Tom Seaver. Knuckleball is high and away. 2-1 on Whitfield. Saturday it'll be John Montefusco against Tom Hume. Then on Sunday, Bob Knepper takes on Paul Moscow. The Reds all weekend long. Here's a pitch. Whitfield swings and he grounds it right back to Boughton. To second for one, but he threw the ball into center field. Matlock is on his way to third, and Whitfield stays on at first. Ball was well hit right back to Boughton. Jim had more time than he thought to get rid of the ball. He threw high at second, a ball getting by the shortstop, Jerry Royster, and into center field. Throwing error by Boughton. The Giants have runners at the corners with nobody down, and the batter will be Mike Ivey. Your Chevron dealer would just like to remind you that a big part of his job is to pay attention to your car and to you. That's just the Chevron way. Whitfield safely aboard on the fielder's choice. A throwing error by Boughton puts Giants on first and third. At the corners with nobody down, and the batter will be Mike Ivey. Your Chevron dealer would just like to remind you that a big part of his job is to pay attention to your car and to you. That's just the Chevron way. Whitfield safely aboard on the fielder's choice. A throwing error by Boughton puts Giants on first and third. Ivey is 0 for 1. He struck out against Boughton in the first inning. Mike hitting 310. The pitch on the way to him is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Mike with 10 homers and 49 RBIs. Matlock at third. Whitfield at first. Nobody down in the third. Mike has to do in this situation is just get the ball out of the infield. Here's a pitch. Knuckleball. Oh, looks like a slider is outside. 1-1. The left side of the Atlanta infield playing just about halfway in. Here's the pitch. Knuckleball is swung on with the left field. That'll score Matlock as the left fielder Burrows getting under it. He makes the catch. Matlock tags up and comes in to score as the throw comes into second. 1-1 game. Down a fly ball by Mike Ivey. Now Darrell Evans with Whitfield at first and one down. Darrell is 0 for 1. He flies to right field. Evans had a long night in the game against a long day yesterday against Phil Negro. He was 0 for 5 against Negro. Here's the pitch. Evans swings and misses at a knuckleball. They're way out in front, 0-1. His only hit in the game yesterday came off Gene Garber, a single in the 12th inning. Right-hander against left-hander. Whitfield at first. There's a stretch by Boughton. There goes Whitfield. It's a pitch out. A bad one to throw to second is into center field. Whitfield on his feet, on his way to third. Here's the throw. He's in there. To give Whitfield a stolen base. He goes to third on Joe Nolan's second throwing error of the inning. Check that at first. The first one was by Jim Boughton as he threw the ball into center field. Count on Evans is 1-1. They called the pitch out. Boughton threw it outside, but it was very low. Joe Nolan had to go get it and they had to hurry the throw. Then he threw it away. The infield playing all the way in. 3 infielders to the right of second. Here's the pitch. Evans swings and he grounds it foul outside Jimmy Davenport in the coaching box at first. And a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-1 game. Well, the Braves got a run as a result of two Giants errors in the second inning, and the Braves have committed two errors in the third. The Giants getting even 1-1. And now Darrell Evans trying to at least hit a fly ball. Bowden getting a sign, says yes, checking Whitfield now, and he comes home. Ground ball to the second baseman. Whitfield stays at third. Hubbard throws out Evans. Two down, now A.T. Cruz. Then he got a bloop double in the second inning, but he was stranded. Batting averaging .238, 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. Ivy driving in his 50th run to get the Giants even up at 1-1. Bowden says yes. Here's the pitch. Knuckleball high and inside. Ball one. Waiting his turn on deck is Jim Dwyer. Bowden ready again. The 1-0 delivery is a slider low and away for ball 2-0. Atlanta got theirs in the second, and the Giants evening things up in the third and trying to take a lead. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Low and away, 3-0. Terry Whitfield on his third, 2 down, a run in. Next pitch. Low for ball 4. Cruz draws a walk on 4 pitches. The 2 down. The runners on first and third. Now Jim Dwyer. We'll pause here for station identification on the Golden West Radio Network.
Now, King Nelson, weekday mornings on KSFO 560 San Francisco.
Jim Dwyer 0 for 1, grounded to second base, batting average of .235 with 5 home runs and 25 RBIs. Runners on first and third and 2 down. Here's the pitch. Dwyer swings and he grounds it foul on the right side. 0-1. Braves on defense with Gilbreth at third, Royster at shortstop, Hubbard at second, Dale Murphy at first, Joe Nolan behind the plate, Jeff Burrows, Roland Office, and Gary Matthews in the outfield. Jim Boughton with a 1-strike pitch. Knuckleball is swung on it high in the air, right center field. Office and Matthews there. Matthews makes the catch. And that is out number 3 in the third. Well, the Giants get even 1 run, no hit, 2 Atlanta errors, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 3, it's a 1-1 game. Right-hander Ed Halicki. Burrows drew a walk, Nolan a walk, and Murphy was safely aboard on Halicki's error in the second and scores the only Atlanta run. Burrows, who was in... Nice cut there, Doug. Burrows in contention for the National League batting title, came in hitting .342. Jeff has never batted .300 in a major league, with one exception. With the Rangers in 1974, he hit .301 in 1974. Ed Halicki. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball is low and outside. Ball 1. Atlanta 1 run, only 1 hit, 2 errors. Giants 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Burrows takes low and outside. 2-0. A year ago, Burrows at .271 with Atlanta. Pitch on the way. Swung on, lifted, fouled on the right field line. Ivy racing towards his feet. He's there, reaches, but he can't make a play. The ball falls untouched down the warning track, and Burroughs get another shot at it. Jeff had 41 home runs and 114 RBIs a year ago. This season with 22 home runs, 74 RBIs coming in. Wind up and a 2-1 pitch. Burroughs swings and he drives it foul outside of third. 2-2. Burroughs' home run production and RBI production has been lessened in this 1978 season, but he has a batting average of .314, so he's getting more base hits. Line drive to center field. Cruz racing in towards the infield. He's there, makes the catch. Burroughs is gone. Out number one, now Joe Nolan. The only hit off of it was a 2-out single by Matthews in the first inning. Joe Nolan, 0 for 1, grounded to second, hitting .251. He has 4 homers and 21 RBIs. 1-1 game, Atlanta and the Giants in the fourth inning, 1 away. Big right-hander deals. Gets the inside corner, 0-1. Nolan, 6 feet tall, weighs 190 pounds. Went to school in the St. Louis area. Checks on a fastball is low, 1-1. Hit .280 in 62 games with the Braves a year ago. The 3 home runs. Swings and he grounds it to Mike Ivy, back of first. Runs over, steps on the bag, and Nolan is out number 2 in the fourth inning. Now Dale Murphy. In the bottom of the inning, the Giants will send up to Margot, Metzger, and Halicki. As we look ahead, Dale Murphy is safely aboard on Halicki's error in the second inning. Stole second, went to third on Tamargo's throwing error, and scored on a squeeze bunt by Hubbard. Classic 1-1 pitch, just inside, ball 1. Evans backed up behind third. Murphy with outstanding power. 23 home runs, 77 RBIs. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. That sounds good. Right, Vida Blue goes against Tom Seaver. Murphy in against Halicki. Big right-hander with a 1-1 pitch on the way. As a breaking ball fools Murphy. He swings and he fouls it away on the ground left side. 1-2. Murphy is way out in front. Waiting his turn on deck is Glenn Hubbard. They're 1-1 game. Giants outfield playing Murphy to pull the ball and deep. Halicki looks in for the sign. Tamargo flashing it. Now he says, yes, here's a 1-2 delivery. Here's a check swing on a fastball. Got him looking. Good fastball. Murphy was obviously sitting on some kind of a breaking ball, and Halicki sneaked a fast one by him, and another 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the inning. It is the Giants 1 and Atlanta 1.
Coming September 15th through the 23rd, when Chevy dealers everywhere will be offering you some great Chevy values. There'll be a big selection of cars and trucks for you to choose from, and many dealers will even be extending their hours. There'll be great values on cars like Chevy Chevette, Monte Carlo, and the Chevrolet Caprice and Impala, on trucks like Chevy Love and Blazer, and on Chevy vans, too. It'll all be happening during National Chevy Week, starting next Friday the 15th, at your Chevy dealers. So, get ready, America.
Quickly they forget. In the bottom of the fourth inning, it will be Tamargo, Metzger, and Halicki against Jim Fountain. Atlanta got theirs in the second, and the Giants got even in the third. Neither team scoring with the help of a base hit. Boughton ready. Here's a pitch. Camargo takes low and inside. Ball one. The Braves got their run in the second. No hits and a couple of Giant errors. And the Giants likewise in the third. Got a couple of Atlanta errors. Camargo swings and he fouls it back out of play. 1-1. Our deck is Roger Metzger. He'll be followed by Ed Hulicki. We're going to play John Camargo using the McCovey shift on Camargo with 3 infielders to the right of second base. Next pitch, a knuckleball is in there. Called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Giant catcher. Gary Royster, the shortstop, is playing directly behind second base. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Is outside a fastball. 2-2. The outfield around to the right. And Boughton once again loses his cap. Boughton putting a capper on this game. Right-hander with a 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled away. That'll be out of play on top of the Atlanta dugout. Stays at 2-2. Now the hitting in this game has been almost non-existent. The only hit off Hulicki was a 2-out single by Matthews in the first. The only 2 Giant hits, a single by Whitfield and a double by Cruz. There's a 2-2 pitch. Camargo swings and he lifts a fly ball to right field. Gary Matthews comes in. Now he goes out, getting under it, waiting, makes the catch, and Matthews in the glove. Camargo is out number 1. You know, just like baseball, hot dogs and apple pie, the new Chevrolet Malibu is a real crowd pleaser. And for a lot of good reasons. More headroom and legroom, more trunk room, and better maneuverability in city traffic than last year. The new Malibu, Chevy's fresh new slice of apple pie, is waiting for you now at your Chevrolet dealers. Metzger swings and he lifts it in the air to center field. Office is there, out number 2. Well, a couple of fly balls in the inning. 2 down, now Ed Hulicki. Ed Hulicki is 0 for 1. He's fouled out to Gilbreth at third. Giants came into the game with a team batting average of 254. The Braves collectively at 248. The Atlanta pitching staff, the ERA at 4.19. That gives you a pretty good idea of why Atlanta is at the bottom of the Western Division standing. Swung on and lifted foul back of the Atlanta dugout again in the seat. 0-1. Braves have made 132 errors, and the 2 they have in this game with a total of 134 now this season. Giants have made 134 as well. Misses low. 1-1 on Ed Hulicki. Led the Giants staff ERA at 3.35. Rapidly going in the wrong direction. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and line foul down the left field line, scattering the Atlanta bullpen. A couple of guys leaping out of the way to avoid getting hurt. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hulicki. Bill Madlock waiting on deck. 1-1 game, Atlanta and the Giants. Bowden says yes, the pitch is fouled away. So Bowden was pitching for the Yankees when he won those 21 games. A lot of it was said that one of the reasons was he kept losing his cap. Pitches inside, and it was very distracting to the hitters. That was never verified. Bowden working on Ed Hulicki with 2 down in the 4th inning. 1-1 game. Here's a pitch. Swung on, lifted high in the air down the left field line. Burroughs getting under it, shading his eyes, makes the catch, and Hulicki is out number 3, and Jim Bowden has recorded his first 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 4, it's a 1-1 game. This guy's broadcast is being brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, the brewers of Budweiser, the king of beers. There's no better way to relax than with the easy taste of Budweiser. By TWA, the only airline with round-trip check-in.
It'll eliminate a whole line of your life. TWA is also proud to bring you in-park Giants baseball, TWA. And by your neighborhood Farmers Insurance agent. See your Farmers agent for fast, fair, and friendly service. Also by Champion Spark Plug. Keep your car in tune with the world's #1 seller, Champion. The plug that wins more big races than any other brand. For better performance, start, and mileage, you can't buy a better plug than Champion. By Long's Drugs. There are 118 Long's Drug stores throughout California, Arizona, Hawaii, and Alaska. Stop in today and find out about their specials at Long's. And by Blue Shield with the healthcare service plan with differences you should know about.
Well, we played 4 innings there, Candlestick. Not too much hitting in this one. Atlanta with 1 run on only 1 hit and 2 errors. The Giants have 1 run on only 2 hits and 2 errors. And here to bring you the play-by-play in the 5th inning is a guy that I consider to be a real package. He may not be in the package, but he is a package. What do you have in your hand there? You got yourself into that one, now get yourself out. You have a piece of paper. Sure. Glenn Hubbard will lead off against Ed Halicki in the top of inning number 5. Right-hand batter, Texas swing, takes outside for a ball. We here in the booth want to send along our very best wishes to Keith Yetter. 1-0 pitch is a strike, 1-1. And also congratulations on having 2 fine boys, Tom and Bob, who wanted us to say hello to him. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Keith's a very avid Giant fan. Things are a little tough for him now, but it will get better. Pitch foul back over the screen, and it's 1-2. Halicki has retired the last 9 batters he's faced outside for a ball. It is 2-2. Single in the first inning. He only hit off Halicki. Foul down the right field line. Long run for Dwyer. He will not get there. It's back into the stand. The count remains at 2-2. Giants and the Braves. Inning number 5. Halicki and Boughton. And Jim Boughton has done an outstanding job so far. He has allowed just 2 hits. The Giants did not have a run. Neither did the Braves, as far as that goes. Each has scored an unearned run. 2-2 pitch. Deep to left. Going back is Whitfield. That one's got a chance. Whitfield goes to the fence and makes the catch as the ball fades. Whitfield, looking at that ball, acted as if he thought it was going to be on the fence or over, but then the ball faded and Whitfield makes the catch a couple of feet short of the barrier. The Giant ball players who appear on our broadcast receive a fine Botany 500 wardrobe from Ruth Atkins. Botany 500 menswear fashion with a man of action in the champion tradition. Rock Gilbert takes low for a ball. Botany bats 1,000 and excellence in design. You're always in style with a wardrobe tailored by Botany 500 at Ruth Atkins. Foul back. Down 1-1 to Gilbert with 1 out. Gilbert bounces it foul to the left side. 1-2. Kemp. And Halicki deals it off. Fly ball hit into deep right center. Cruz on the move, still going. He can't get it. It's going to be over his head to the fence. Gilbert is digging for 2. He's headed for 3. Madlock throw will not be in time. It's a triple. Gilbert with a triple over Cruz's head into right center field, and the Braves with the threat as Jim Boughton will be the batter.
And the fans giving Bowden a hand as he comes to the plate. Bowden flied to center. He hits the ball the same place here. He'll get himself a run. The Braves' run came on a squeeze bunt. Evans and Camargo talk over that possibility again with Halicki. Well, it's Dennis Deisenroth's birthday today. He covers the Giants for the San Jose Mercury News. And happy birthday. Pitch misses for a ball. Halicki pitching from a stretch, and Boughton turns to look at third base coach Tom Burgess. Infield pulled in for the Giants. Halicki stretch. The pitch swung on, dribble to first base. Ivy down to one knee to field it. Boughton digs for first, but he's out. And holding a third is Gilbert. Boughton grounding the ball off the end of the bat to the first baseman, Ivy, who retires him unassisted. And Boughton gets another hand as he comes back. Jerry Royster, wide out, grounded out. Batting with runner at third and two men down. Halicki will pitch from a windup now. His pitch to Royster, grounded to shortstop. And Evans cuts in front of the shortstop to field, throws to first, and gets it. Darrell Evans making a good play to get Royster. And here in the fifth, no runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on. And as we have completed 4.5, the score is tied at 1 apiece. Long drop. Giants will be at the top of the batting order. Bill Madlock, who is 0 for 1. Madlock has been called out on strikes and walked. Madlock, who started the day leading the league in hitting. Jeff Burroughs is also 0 for 1. He was trailing Madlock. Madlock started the day at 316. And now Bill wanders away from the plate. Burroughs started at 314. Dave Parker batting 315 for the Pirates. Pitch to Madlock. Swung on it. Missed. Strike one. 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch is low and inside for a ball. And it's 2-0. We're a team, Joe. Is that all the packages that came from back east? Going the shopping sprees back there. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball is a strike. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Grounded foul down the left field line. Stays at 1-2. Bowden wanders off the mound, juggling the baseball. He bought a bunch of stuff for Antoinette, Joe. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, foul down the left field line. Madlock remains up there with a 1-2 count. Again, fans chasing after that foul ball. Now, the littlest one of the bunch finds it. 1-2 count to Madlock. Madlock, Whitfield, and Ivy. The Reds in town over the weekend. Hope you'll be out here tomorrow night, Saturday, and Sunday. 1-2 pitch. Line drive. And leaping catch by Gilbreth to rob Madlock. Madlock with a line drive headed towards left field, and Gilbreth sprinting to his left leaped and made the catch for the out. One man down, Terry Whitfield, who's singled and been safe on an error up here. Swinging a foul ball out of play. It is strike strike on Terry Whitfield. 1 minute. Pitch outside for a ball, and Terry takes. Here's Bowden's 1-1 pitch. Knuckler sails high for ball 2. 2-1. Bowden delivers, bunted, back to Bowden. He'll field it, going to his left, throws to first. Whitfield trying to bunt for a base hit, and he's thrown out for the second out of the inning. Now Mike Ivey has struck out, hit a sacrifice fly. The runs in this one scored. Atlanta's run scored on the squeeze bunt. The Giants on a sacrifice fly. We're in the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1. Waiting, a pitch to him is low and inside for a ball, 1-0. You get a lot of good things, Chet. 1-0 pitch, and Bowden started to deliver, now changed his mind. You don't have to say that twice. It's ball 2. Bowden's 2-0 pitch. Knuckleball swung on and missed. It's 2-1. So Bowden has the Giants swinging from the heel, trying to hit one against the scoreboard and not having much success with it. Bowden has not given up a hit since that double by Cruz in the second inning. As Ivy fouled it at the plate, it's 2-2. Each club with a run, each with 2 hits, each with 2 errors. Bounce to third base. Gilbert deep behind the bag. Long throw in the dirt. A drop by Murphy, and Ivy is safe at first. There'll be an error on the third baseman. Now Darrell Evans will be the batter. So the errors have been more plentiful than the hits and the runs in this one. Stretch and the pitch. Evans swings and misses, strike 1. Bowden stretch, his pitch. Evans takes high and inside for a ball, 1-1. 1-1 ball game in the 5th. Giants with 2 outs. Ivy at first, safe on a throwing error by third baseman Gilbert. The shift put on against Evans. 3 to the right of second base, and here's a little pop fly into short left field, going to drop for a base hit. Gilbert's tracking it down. Ivy will go to third. Evans digging for second, and Evans has himself a fluke double. So what they did that time, putting the shift on against Evans, pulled the shortstop over to the right of second base. So that little pop fly down the left field line, only the third baseman Gilbert had a chance. And his were 2 chances, slim and none. Couldn't get to the ball. He got to it soon enough to keep Ivy from scoring. The runners at second and third with 2 down, and Cruz will be the batter. Now Bowden will have to get Cruz, or the error would be a costly one. 2-out throwing error by Gilbert, the third baseman. Paul Pryor inspects the baseball, says okay, and throws it back out to Bowden. Inning number 5. Cruz has doubled and walked. Stretch by Bowden, the pitch to Cruz. Knuckleball low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Catcher has to be careful when he throws the ball back to Bowden because Bowden's leaning over to pick up his cap. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch to Cruz. Knuckler is a strike. 1-1. At third is Ivy. At second is Evans. The Giants with just 3 hits off Bowden. Fouled away down the third baseline. 2 of the hits have been blooped. Cruz pop fly that dropped into short center that he legged out for a double, and Evans' little pop fly down the left field line on which he got a double. 1-2 count. Bowden getting the target for the 1-2 pitch to Cruz. Knuckler low and outside, ball 2. Pitch. Knuckleball fouled away. Cruz almost jumping off his feet at a high knuckler. The count is 2-2. Two pitch. Low for a full count of 3-2. Full count to Cruz, 2 on, runners at second and third, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. The score is tied at 1-1. Swing and a pop foul back near the screen. Nolan comes back and makes a fine running catch. Joe Nolan, an outstanding one-handed catch, crashes into the screen, holds on to the ball, and Bowden gets out of the inning. Well, here in the 5th, another ovation for Jim Bowden as he goes to the dugout. No runs on a hit, an error, and 2 runners left on. And as we have completed 5 innings, the score remains tied at 1 apiece.
TWA developed round trip check-in and was the only airline to offer it on every flight from San Francisco. Round trip check-in. Check in once, fly twice. It's great.
Before going to inning number 6, let's pause for station identification. This is the Golden West Radio Network.
Now, Gene Nelson, weekday mornings on KSFO 560 San Francisco.
Wonder what the news station breaks are going to be like. Rolling office, Gary Matthews and Jeff Burrows against Ed Halicki. A 1-1 ball game in the top of the 6th. Fan Appreciation Day here, the 24th, Houston doubleheader. There are going to be a lot of prizes. Fastball is a strike to office. Several autographed baseballs with Joe Angel's autograph. The 1-strike pitch, fouled away. Strike 2. 0-2. They'll be smirched. Some pictures of Joe. Calendar photo of him. 0-2 pitch. Fouled away by Office, but stays at 0-2.
But come anyway.
Big day here on Fan Appreciation Day. Of course, the big series with the Reds this weekend, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Nothing else, you can come out and Blue Beat Road. Bouncing ball to second base. Madlock waits for it. Has plenty of time to throw out Office. That's out number 1. Giants trying to stay ahead of the Reds in the Western Division.
Come out and see if Pete Rose can keep his hitting streak alive.
No, that ended, Joe.
It did?
Yep.
You're kidding. How long did it last?
Oh, he's 6 games.
6 games. What's all the big rockets about?
What? That's ruckus.
I know.
Gary Matthews takes slow for a ball. Matthews has one of the 2 hits for the Braves, a single in the first. The 1-0 pitch. Strike call, 1-1. Halicki and Jim Bouton. Fine pitchers duel on a very beautiful afternoon at Candlestick Park.
I thought he would at least make it to 44 games.
Well, you never can tell about this guy. Ball on the strike pitch. Grounded to the left side in the hole, backhanded by Metzger. He'll never get him. His throw is not in time as Matthews has himself a base hit, the third of the game. For the Braves, he's at first with one out, and Jeff Burroughs, who's walked and lined out, will be the batter. Burroughs involved with Madlock and Parker. Struggle for the batting leadership. Madlock started the day leading by a point over Parker and 2 over Burroughs. Madlock, robbed of a base hit his last time up, is 0 for 2. Burroughs 0 for 1. Parker will be batting tonight. So to first base, Matthews gets back in. 1-1 in the top of the 6th. 3 hits apiece now. So to first. Rather strange totals on the board. Each team with 1 run, each with 3 hits. The Braves with 3 errors, and the Giants with 2. Matthews has his lead. He doesn't go. Burroughs dribbles it back to Holicky. Throws to second for 1. To first, they get 2. The 1-6-3 double play. And here in the 6th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th in the score. The Giants 1 and the Braves 1.
Ernie Chevron.
Listen, Ernie, I think I got battery problem.
Oh, hi, George.
Yeah, well, I was heading out to my bowling league this morning, and when I tried to start the car, nothing.
Nothing. Well, there are 2 common causes of that, George.
Oh.
One is that the battery terminals need cleaning.
Oh, I forgot to mention I left the lights on all night.
That's the other one, George.
Well, it happened around midnight, Ern, and when I noticed I'd left them on.
If you knew last night, George, why didn't you just turn them off then?
Well, I tried to, Ern, but I couldn't seem to get the coat hanger around the button. It was pretty dark, you know.
Oh, so you were locked out, too.
Didn't I say that?
Next time that happens, George, disconnect the battery right away.
Yeah, but finally I noticed the lights were slowly turning themselves off, Ern, so I just went to bed.
George, I'll send Charlie over to pick up the battery for a recharging.
Recharge?
And while it's here, we'll clean the terminals and check the water level, too.
Ern, you're a lifesaver.
Keep your battery alive and well with regular stops at Chevron.
You know, George, you might just put that coat hanger in your glove compartment in case you get locked out again.
Hey, great idea, Mitt. Oh, very funny, Ern.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It will be Dwyer, Tamargo, and Metzger. Dwyer will bat for Mrs. Vernon Fisher in our Giant payoff inning. Mrs. Vernon Fisher from Hamilton City. You know where Hamilton City is? It's near Sacramento. Anywhere near Hamilton Air Force Base? There are coffee beans around it. You haven't got the faintest idea where it is. I used to work there. You used to work in Hamilton City? Yeah.
Near Sacramento.
Any of the girls still around? Jim Dwyer, 0 for 2. Takes high for a ball, 1-0. Jim Bouton still around here in the bottom of the 6th. Has allowed just 3 hits and 1 run. And the 1 run is unearned. Ed Halicki has allowed just 1 run, and that also unearned. Knuckler is a strike. 1-1. Every time I look up there on the board when they're advertising the prizes for the Fan Appreciation Day, I always see a 5-foot loaf of French bread. The 1-1 pitch. High for a ball. A loaf of bread, Wilt Chamberlain and now.
The bread's got to be stale by now. I mean, if it's up there every time you look up there.
No, it's just the words, the letters.
Oh.
Swing and a 5-ball foul out of play down the right field line. 2-2. 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. The Giants will entertain the Reds here over the weekend. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, right field, softly hit. Matthews started back, now comes back in, makes the catch. You catch a nice quiet nap out here today in the warm sunshine because the hitters aren't making enough noise to wake you up. John Tamargo, who is grounded out and flied out, will be batting for Gordon C. Opalka of Modesto. Ed Hillicky and Jim Boughton have silenced the bats today, both pitching very well. Tamargo takes high for a ball 1-0. One out, nobody on. Shift put on against Tamargo again, and it's only Gilbert to the left to second. Pitch up high for a ball 2-0. Tamargo is having the first in his major league career. This will be the first time anybody's ever put a shift on against him, but with Boughton's knuckleball being a very slow one, they feel that the hitters will be out in front. Pull the ball. 2-0 pitch. Low for ball 3. That didn't happen to Evans, who blooped it down the left field line. Went for a double. Boughton has walked just 2 men. Make that 3 men. Okay, I will. 3-0 pitch. Strike call, 3-1. Struck out 2 in the first inning. Some total of his strikeouts. 3-1 pitch. Bounce to the right side. Murphy has it, throws to Boughton in time, and 2 men are down. 2 gone. It'll bring up Roger Metzger to bat for Kathy, S-C-H-A-C-H-A-I-S, from Pinole. I don't want to pronounce Kathy's last name. Yeah, get the faintest idea out of it.
Casher. I bet you it's Casher.
Metzger grounds the ball foul past first base, strike 1. Nothing in 1 count to Roger Metzger, batting with 2 outs, the base is empty. The Reds tomorrow night, Saturday, and Sunday here at Candlestick. Johnny Binks in that bunch. Outside for a ball. Binks in the bunch. 1-1 count. Griffin, Morgan, Boston. Ground ball right side, fielded by the second baseman Hubbard, thrown to Boughton in time, and the side retired. Jim Boughton over in a hurry to get that one. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. Another hand for Jim Boughton. The end of 6. The score is tied at 1.
Looking in the 7th, will pitch to Nolan and Murphy and then Hubbard. Left-hander Craig Skoke beginning to warm up in the Atlanta bullpen down the left field line, which may be an indication that Jim Boughton has done all the pitching he's going to do in this one. Boughton with an outstanding effort. Now the Giants do only 3 hits. May still be in there. We'll have to wait and see. Boughton, who had a fine season in Double-A ball in the minor leagues, skipped Triple-A, came up to the majors, and the Atlanta Braves got smoked by the Dodgers, but he has done a fine job against the Giants in his second appearance this year in Atlanta. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball is in there, called strike. Nothing in 1 on Joe Nolan, who is 0 for 2. He has a couple of ground outs. Batting average of 251. He has 4 homers and 21 RBIs. Left-hand batter. Look, he says yes, the big guy delivers again. Nolan checks his swing on an inside fastball. 1-1. Giants 1, Atlanta 1, just getting started in the 7th inning. Again. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Is just outside. It missed by much. 2-1. Ed Hillicky set the deal again. He does. Swing and a miss for the fastball by 2-2. on September 24th. Glad to be here. Giants planning all kinds of celebrations and gifts. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Inside, maybe low, ball 4. Looky has walked only his second man. Nolan, the leadoff man, is on base in the 7th inning. Now Dale Murphy, the batter. Ed Hullicky and Jim Bouton have been in total command. Each run is unearned. The Braves got theirs in the 2nd, and the Giants got even in the 3rd. Dale Murphy is 0 for 2. He is safely aboard on Hullicky's error and then later scored. Swing and a miss. There goes the run of the throw into center field. It's wide. Matlock diving to his left, able to knock the ball down and keep it right there. Give Nolan a stolen base. Got a big jump on Hullicky. Third stolen base of the game for the Atlanta Braves. Nolan is now in scoring position with a count of 1 strike on Dale Murphy. Next pitch on the way is a comebacker under Hullicky's glove into center field. Nolan rounding third. He's going to score. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Ivy tried to cut it off. It got by him. It was fielded by Tamargo, and going to second is Dale Murphy. The Braves have taken a 2-1 lead. RBI single to Dale Murphy. Remember yesterday's service stations when you got a lot more for your money than just a tank of gas? Your Chevron dealer remembers, and next time you stop by, you will too. The walk, a stolen base, an RBI single, and the Braves have taken a 2-1 lead. Now Glenn Hubbard, the Atlanta second baseman up here. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Ball hit directly up the middle. Hullicky got the glove down, but not far enough. The ball went under his glove and over second base into center field. Nolan able to score. Here's a pitch on the way. He's in there on the inside corner. 1-1. Atlanta with 2 runs on 4 hits. Giants 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors. Right-hander and a left-hander warming up in the Giant bullpen. Here's the pitch. It's bunted foul. 1-2 on Glenn Hubbard with a run in and Murphy at second base. Nobody down. Right-handers Randy Moffett warming up. It looks like Phil Nasty, the left-hander. Swing and a miss. Good hard-breaking slider. Got Hubbard on strike. Number 1 in the 7th inning. That'll bring up Rod Gilbreth. Hullicky getting his 3rd strikeout. Atlanta 2 and the Giants 1. We're in the 7th. Rod Gilbreth is 1 for 2. He has a ground out and he is tripled. Here's a pitch just outside, ball 1. Gilbreth had a triple with 1 out in the 5th and was stranded. Hullicky trying to keep the score right where it is. 2-1 in favor of the Atlanta Braves. Big right-hander says yes. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. 1-1. Bob Beal in the on-deck circle. He will be batting for Jim Bouton. Here's a 1-1 toss. Swing and a miss again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Some of the fans not too happy about the fact that Bouton is leaving the game. But if the Braves can hang on, Bouton will get the victory. Hullicky checks second. Here's a 1-2 delivery. It's swung on and fouled away. That'll be out of play on the right side. And the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Hullicky getting his sign, says no. Now he says yes. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a fastball. A couple of strikeouts for Hullicky in the 7th inning. 2 down. Now Bob Beal will come up to hit for Jim Bouton. You might be able to hear seventh inning and grounded out. Pitch on the way. Beal takes high and away. Ball one. Beal has a batting average of .255, a switch batter. Hitting .235 as a left-hander, .333 as a right-hander. He has 1 home run, 15 RBI. Off speed is in there for a call. Strike two. Good breaking ball. 1-2 on Bob Beal. His 1 home run has come as a left-hander and 10 of his 15 RBIs on the left side. Breaking ball in there. That was strike two. Right-hander getting his sign again as Murphy gets his lead at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball just outside, 2-2. Atlanta with 2 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors. Giants 1 run, only 3 hits and 2 errors. So looking at 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball is just inside. Beal able to check his swing, and it goes all the way on the pitch batter. Here's a 3-2 delivery is outside. Beal draws a base on balls. Now with a couple of men on base and 2 down, Jerry Royster will come up and swing a bat. Walk number 3 given up by O'Lucky. Jim Bouton with a 2-1 lead at the moment, and as I mentioned, if the Braves can hang on, Jim Bouton will get the victory. If so, it would be his first victory since July of 1970 when he beat the Giants. 8 years ago, almost today. Swing and a foul back. 0-1. So Bouton is the guy who hasn't beaten the Giants in 8 years. And might do it again here. Look, getting his sign again. The right-hander delivers. Swing and a line drive. That'll be a base hit to left center field. Murphy coming in to score. Cruz fielding. Going to third is Beal, and he's in there safely. And Royster winds up on second. Joe came in towards third, and Royster, seeing that, the play directly in front of him, went to second. He will be given a double and the RBI. The Braves have taken a 3-1 lead. And now the batter will be Roland Office. Office is 0 for 3, has a couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Roland hitting .253, 9 home runs and 37 RBIs. 3-1 Atlanta in the 7th inning. Office will be walked intentionally, and they'll pitch to Gary Matthews with the bases loaded. This will be the 4th walk given up by O'Lucky. This one intentional. So the walk to Nolan, a stolen base, RBI single by Murphy. Then after a couple of strikeouts, a walk to Bob Beal. Then the RBI double by Royster. Office is being walked intentionally to load the bases, and Gary Matthews will come up. Matthews in the game is 2 for 3. Had a single and a stolen base in the first. He lined out in the third, and infield single in the 6th. Bases full of Braves. 2 down in the 7th inning and a couple of runs in. Right-hander from a windup now. Here's the pitch. Matthews takes high. Ball 1, a fastball. Matthews ducking away from that one and dropping it fast. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss and a good fastball. 1-1. Matthews coming into the season at 2 grand slams. Swing and a miss and a good slider on the outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander in front of Gary Matthews. Here's a windup and a 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike. So a lucky strike seventh, with Atlanta leading 3-1.
Sooner or later, love's gonna get you.
Harold? Yes, sir?
You're a bright guy. Do you know the meaning of lunch hour?
Sir, I believe it means I get an hour for lunch.
Oh, I knew you were bright, Harold. Now tell me what's so important it takes you an hour and a half?
Oh, well, it's my new love, sir.
Oh, your new love.
My new love. I just forget all about the time.
Well, this new love is pretty special.
It's exciting.
Put a Chevy Love in your life and see if you don't spend more time just having fun driving. Chevy Love is a tough economy size pickup, and right now is a great time for love because your Chevy dealer has a big selection, and he's ready to make the kind of deal you might expect on Chevy's tough economy size pickup. What's more, Chevy Love is rated at 30 miles per gallon on the highway, 22 in the city. Those are EPA estimates with manual transmission, and your mileage will vary. And Chevy Love is also available with a 7.5-foot box, the longest of any economy size pickup.
Harold? I think I'd like a new love.
Oh, go see your Chevy dealer, sir.
Right idea.
Oh, take an hour and a half, sir.
Before going to the bottom of the seventh inning, let's pause for station identification. This is the Golden West Radio Network.
Now, Dean Nelson, weekday mornings on KSFO 560 San Francisco.
Left-hander Craig Stoke in relief of Jim Bouton here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Bouton went the first 60, gave up only 1 run on 3 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 2. Larry Herndon will come up and swing the bat for Ed Halicki. Halicki goes 7 innings, gives up only 3 runs on 5 hits. He walked 4, 1 intentional. And he had a total of 5 strikeouts in the game, including 3 in the seventh inning. Craig Skoke, a left-hander, in to pitch against Herndon and Matlock and then Whitfield. The Braves in front, 3-1. Left-hander ready, winds and deals. Herndon takes a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Skoke making his 40th appearance. He is 3-1 with an ERA of 4.42. He has a couple of saves. Here's a 1-strike pitch. Fastball is low, 1-1. Left-hander deals again. Herndon takes low and inside, 2-1. Larry Herndon in with a 2-1 count. And Skoke delivers. Check swing, it's in there. Call strike of fastball on the knees at the outside corner. The count is even up at 2-2. Herndon hitting .261. He has 1 home run, 31 RBI. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is grounded foul on the left side. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only Giant scoring in the game, the run was unearned in the second inning on a walk to Matlock. Couple of errors. And a fly ball off the bat of Mike Ivey. And that has been it. Left-hander says no a couple of times. Now he says, okay, I like that one. Here's the next pitch. Swing on and miss. Got him on a rising fastball. Swung at ball 3. Herndon out number 1 in the seventh inning. Now Bill Matlock. Matlock in this one is 0 for 2. He struck out. He has walked. He has lined out. Robbed of a hit in the fifth inning by Rod Gilbreth, who made a diving catch at third. So Mad Dog is 0 for 2. Came in with a batting average of .316. At the moment hitting .315 with 15 home runs and 42 RBIs. Here's a pitch. Matlock checks on a breaking ball. Is low. Ball 1. On deck is Terry Whitfield. 3-1 Atlanta in the bottom of the seventh inning. Now a couple of right-handers warming up in the Giant pen. Charlie Williams and Randy Moffett. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Here's a breaking ball grounded foul into the Atlanta dugout. 1-1. Beautiful beautiful day at Candlestick. Tomorrow night, Cincinnati Reds in for the first of 3 weekend games. Vida Blue goes against Tom Seaver. A lot of smoke tomorrow night. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Loop to shallow center behind second. Going out is Hubbard. He makes the catch on the edge of the outfield turf, and Matlock is out number 2. Now Terry Whitfield is 1 for 3. He had one of only 3 hits against Jim Bouton in his 6 innings of work. Whitfield came in hitting .296. 9 homers and 29 RBIs. Craig Skoke delivers a slider, is called strike on the outside. 0-1. Gilbreth is up very shallow at third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. 1-1. Left-hander against left-hander. Here's a 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at a good fastball sailing in on Whitfield. Jammed him and he went right through it. 1-2. Next pitch, Whitfield swings and he grounds it right side. Lunging stop by Hubbard. Spins, throws, and catches him. Great play by Hubbard. Breezing far to his left, fielding it on the edge of the outfield turf, spinning all the way around, getting rid of it, and getting Whitfield by his step. Now the Giants go down in order in the 7th inning. We go to the 8th with the score, Atlanta 3 and the Giants 1. Dissatisfied with your present plan, Blue Shield has some differences you should know about. The coverage you need depends on whether it's for you, for a growing family, or for a retired one. Every Blue Shield Coronet plan has important differences, and they all provide up to $300,000 in lifetime benefits for each and every covered member in case of catastrophic illness or injury. That's right, not a family total of $300,000, but up to $300,000 for each and every covered member of your family. That's major protection for major health problems. So if you want to know more about Blue Shield's Coronet plan and the Blue Shield differences, call or write Blue Shield today. The Giants with a couple of defensive changes. Larry Herndon stays in the game to play center field, batting 9th. A.D. Cruz moves over to left field. He will continue to bat 5th. And in to do the pitching is right-hander Randy Moffett. He will bat number 2 in Whitfield's spot. Randy Moffett in relief of Ed Hillick. He went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 5. Who has been bothered by a sore shoulder. Came up with that sore shoulder in Atlanta and hasn't pitched since. So Randy is making his 64th appearance. He is 8-4, his ERA at 2.24. In a total of 74 2/3, he has given up 27 runs on 72 hits. Burrows swings and lifts a fly ball on the right field line. Dwyer coming in will play it on 1 hop. Burrows rounding first. Now the ball getting away from Dwyer. Burrows is on his way to third. Here's the throw from Matlock. It is not in time. See how they ruled that? A blooper down the right field line. Dwyer came racing into the infield, pulled up, decided to play the ball on 1 hop. It bounced over his head, and Dwyer had trouble picking it up. That'll be how they rule that. They have given Dwyer an error. It's either a single and a 2-base error or a double and a 1-base error. Called strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Randy Moffett, the infield playing in. 3-1, Atlanta in front. Here's a pitch. It's inside. 1-1. Nolan against Hillick. He was 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs and a base on balls. Joe, the Atlanta catcher, hitting .251, coming in with 4 home runs and 21 RBIs. The Burrows at third. Here's a 1-1 pitch on the way. Is low and inside. 2-1. On deck is Dale Murphy. Atlanta 3, the Giants 1 in the 8th inning. Here's a pitch. Low and inside again. 3-1 on Joe Nolan. Tamargo out to have a talk with Moffett. Giants to set the defense for you. Darrell Evans at third. Roger Metzger at short. Matlock at second. Mike Ivy at first. John Tamargo back at the plate. Cruz, Herndon, and Dwyer in the outfield. Moffett ready. Into his motion, the 3-1 pitch is swung on and one hop to Ivy. He will hold the runner down to his knees to field and steps on the bag. Good play by Mike Ivy. His shot is directly to his right. Mike able to come up with it on one hop and make the play. Nolan unable to get the ball out of the infield. One away. Now Dale Murphy, the batter. Murphy, who is 1 for 3, is safely aboard on Halicki's error in the second. He struck out in the fourth, and he singled in the 7th inning and scored on a double by Jerry Royster. Atlanta 3, the Giants 1. Moffett and Tamargo conversing. With Glenn Hubbard due up next. And the Braves already in front 3-1. Might not be a bad idea to pitch around Murphy. It's better walk him intentionally. They're going to pitch to him. First base open. Throws on his third. Here's the pitch on the way. Murphy takes low and away. Backhanded by Tamargo. It's 1-0. Murphy with 23 home runs, 77 RBIs. Danger. 1-0 pitch. High and inside. 2-0. Moffitt's 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back out of play. 2-1. Again, the Giants infield playing in. If they can, they will try to get Burrows at the plate. Or hold him there. The outfield deep and slightly right. Lee Herndon is in center field. Atlanta with 3 runs on 6 hits and 3 errors. Giants 1 run on only 3 hits and 3 errors. Moffitt's 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung a comebacker. Moffett holding the runner at third and then throwing out Murphy. Good play for Moffett. Randy using good reaction, able to flag that one down and get Murphy at first. 2 down, and that'll bring up Glenn Hubbard. And had Moffett not been able to field that one, that would have been a base hit up the middle. Hubbard against Halicki was 0 for 2. Here's the pitch, a slider in there for strike 1. It was his suicide squeeze punt that gave Atlanta a 1-0 lead in the 2nd inning. Since then, he has flied out and struck out. Next pitch on the way. Line drive, softly hit into center field for a base hit. So Murphy comes in to score, and the Braves have now taken a 4-1 lead. Not Murphy, I should say. Jeff Burrows. Pinch runner in there for Burrows. Never even saw him come in. Barry Bonnell had come into the game. So the Braves have taken a 4-1 lead. Bonnell comes in to score on the single by Hubbard, and that'll bring up Rod Gilbreth. Here's the pitch. Look out. Hide under his chin. Gilbreth is 1 for 3. Had a triple in the 5th inning. Giants just can't seem to snap out of this. Trail 4-1 in the 8th inning. Ivy playing out of the bag at first, holding Hubbard close. Hubbard with his 2nd RBI of the game and his 8th of the season. Here's the pitch. It's high, ball 2. 2-0. things are at the ballpark today and yesterday brings back memories of 1977 and 1976, the atmosphere. Skoke getting his second strikeout. Now Darrell Evans. Darrell is 1 for 3, had a bloop double down the left field line in the 5th inning. Has also flied out and grounded out. Darrell takes low for ball 1. On deck is A.T. Cruz. Atlanta 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. Giants 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors. Skoke says yes. Here's a pitch. Evans takes low and outside. 2-0. Very relaxing afternoon here at Candlestick. 2-0 deliveries, low for ball 3. 3-0 on Darrell Evans in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 away and the Braves in front 4-1. Tomorrow night, the Cincinnati Reds in town all weekend. There's a called strike, 3-1. Darrell takes all the way. 3 balls and 1 strike on the Giants' third baseman. Darrell, who doesn't figure to be around in 1979, he has yet to sign a contract playing out his option. Along with Jim Barr. Here's the 3-1 delivery. He's low and outside. He draws the base on balls with 1 away. Now A.T. Cruz. First walk given up by Craig Skoke. You know, after a hard day on the job, sit back and relax with Budweiser. You know, that's the perfect way to end a hectic day. Just you and the king of beers. A.T. Cruz, 1 for 2, a double. He's also fouled out and walked. Cruz with 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. Evans getting his lead. Here's a pitch on the way to Cruz. A breaking ball down too low. 1-0. On deck is Jim Dwyer. After the Cincinnati series, the Giants will be on their way to San Diego. 3 games. Back here against Houston the following Friday for 4 games. And then the San Diego Padres on the 26th and 27th to close out the home schedule. Here's a pitch on the way. Cruz takes a fastball just outside. 2-0. And a doubleheader against the Astros on the 24th is Fan Appreciation Day. Evans away at first. Skoke looks at him. Now he comes home. Cruz takes a called strike. Fastball. 2-1. Out the season in the Astrodome with 3 games against the Astros on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The final game of the season will be on October 1st, unless they catch the Dodgers. Fouled away down the right field line. It'll be drifting into the seats and out of play. Ball is in the dirt. 3-2. Giants 7 games behind the Dodgers in the Western Division. They're not out of it yet mathematically, but the only trouble is the Giants aren't showing any signs of coming to life at all. They're playing like they've lost interest. Here's a pitch again. Grounded shortstop, could be 2 to second for 1. Hubbard's relay, double play. And maybe even losing more interest. In the 8th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 8, 4-1 Atlanta. Ernie Chevron.
Hey, Ernie, say a person wanted to change an oil.
Well, listen, I can do that for you, George.
Now I'm taking notes.
Okay, you get some oil and maybe an Atlas oil filter. You see, a clean oil filter is just as important as clean oil.
Some Atlas oil filter.
Change into old clothes you never want to see again.
Old clothes.
Get a wrench for the oil filter.
What kind of wrench?
Well, take a guess, George.
Oil filter wrench.
Have catch all that old oil.
Oh, no. What do I do with it?
Well, be thinking about that, George. Open the hood and unscrew the oil filter. Coat the rubber part of the new filter with some grease.
Oh, you sure know your stuff, Ernie.
Then screw the new filter.
Ernie, I'll bring it right over.
It takes just minutes to get an oil change and a quality Atlas oil filter at the Shelburne along your way today. Sorry, was I boring you, George?
Boring. If you were a baseball team, you'd be the Washington Senators. Remember them? We played 8 here at Candlestick. Atlanta 4 runs, 7 hits in 3 errors. The Giants with 1 run on 3 hits and 3 errors. And here to take you the rest of the way, bring you the 9th inning is Lon Simmons. Top of the order for the Braves, it'll be Royster, Office, and Matthews against Randy Moffett. Braves breaking open a 1-1 ball game with 2 in the 7th and 1 in the 8th. A very happy man at the moment and maybe very nervous is Jim Bouton in the Braves clubhouse, hoping that Craig Skoke can close it out and give him his first major league victory since 1970. A strike call, his last major league win against the Giants on July 11th, 1970, in 1 inning of relief. Moffitt's 1 strike pitch, high and inside for a ball, 1-1. Moffett, who is making his first appearance since injuring his arm in Atlanta. Pop-up, right side, Ivy, glasses down, waiting, fair territory, makes the catch. That's out number 1. Roll it Office, 0 for 3 up here against Moffett. 4-1, the Braves lead. Can't help but rooting for Jim Bouton. Wish it would have come against another ball club, but you have to admire his comeback. Popped up foul. Evans, playable, makes the catch, and 2 men are down. 2 of the softest little pop-ups you're ever going to see. And now Gary Matthews, who has singled twice in 4 trips. Giants baseball brought to you in part by Champions Spark Plug Company. Over 34 million people have switched to Champions Spark Plug. Now, home plate umpire Paul Pryor wants to take a look at the baseball. He'll give another one to Moffett. And Gary Matthews steps up here. Bouton just 3 outs away from getting his first major league victory since 1970. Matthews winds it to backhand catch by Ivy, but he trapped it, and then he throws to Moffett in time to get Matthews. Ivy almost ate Moffett alive with that throw. Ivy thought that he'd caught the ball as he made a diving backhand stab at the line drive. First base umpire Jerry Tater said, no, you trapped it. And then Ivy whistles a throw to Moffett and gets Matthews. A 1-2-3 inning, and now we go to the bottom of the 9th, and Jim Bouton sitting on the edge of the seat, wondering if Craig Scott can win it for him or save it for him as we go to the 9th. And at the end of 8 and a half, it is 4-1 Braves. Well, I remember way back in the city, and those last moments where in love, hanging out at the drive-in in my 57 Ford PA. Hey, Rocky, you said my Ford's better than your Ford. Well, yeah, what do you got in that thing? Yeah, well, I got a new set of Champion Plus. Oh, well. Hey, listen, man, I just remembered I got to get my duck tail trimmed, right? Hey, Rocky, I bet my Pinto gets better mileage than your Pinto, yeah? Tell me, what do you got in that thing? Yeah, well, I got a new set of Champion Plus. Oh, wow. Hey, I got a split. I just remembered I got to get a hair transplant, right? Hey, time to shave. holding the baseball. A spectacular catch by Gary Matthews. On a drive over his head by Dwyer, Matthews raced to the barrier, his back to the infield, leaped in the air, made a one-handed catch, collided with the post, hit the ground, and came up holding the ball to show that he'd held on, and Dwyer's robbed. So out number one, John Tamargo will be the batter. So maybe this faith they're smiling on Jim Bowden today, who pitched so very well during 6 innings. Now the leaping catch to prevent the Giants from getting something started with the first batter up here, and Tamargo takes ball one. Garber's 1-0 pitch. A strike. 1-1. Tamargo batting left-handed against the right-hander. Garber. This really takes Atlanta off the hook, even if Bowden were not to win this one. The fact that Abel had squawked that Bowden got a chance to pitch against the Dodgers with the pennant race on. Line drive foul, hit down the right field line. 1-2. There probably will be no murmurs at all. Now that Jim has stepped in here and pitched 6 innings, allowed no earned runs on just 3 hits. Tamargo fouls it slowly down the first base side, and it stays at 1-2. Jim Bowden now 2 outs away from recording his first Major League victory since 1970. He can thank Gary Matthews for a brilliant catch, robbing Dwyer. And Garber into the windup. The right-hander who shows the numbers on his back to the hitter, delivers low and inside for a ball, 2-2. It's a shame, maybe, although Bowden won't notice that difference. It's a shame that one of the Candlestick big crowds wasn't here today to watch him. 2-2 pitch, fouled away to the right. I think the crowd made up in enthusiasm for Bowden what they lacked at size, as they were giving him a standing ovation each time he came off the mound. Garber plays with Dave Rosenbach. Has a 2-2 count to Tamargo with 1 out, bases empty. Bottom of the ninth. Tamargo fouls it at the plate. Stays at 2-2. Garber was the winning pitcher in yesterday's 12-inning ball game. The Giants, I don't know if it has anything to do with it or not, but it just won 1 ball game since it was announced that the radio stations were going to change. 2-2 pitch. Ground to the right side, an easy play for Murphy. He will beat Tamargo to the bag, and 2 men are down. Right here, let's pause for station identification. This is the Golden West Radio Network. Now, Gene Nelson, weekday mornings on KSFO 560 San Francisco. 2 out. 2 out. Metzger, the batter. He is 0 for 2. Bats left-handed against Garber. Takes a strike. So Bowden just 1 out away from recording his first victory since 1970. Garber trying to get it for him outside for a ball. At third base, Gilchrist plays up close. Fennell, a left fielder, shallow. Strike call. So is Office in center. Metzger waiting. Garber gets the target, the pitch. Bounce slowly towards shortstop. Royster charges, has it, throws to first. He got him. And the side retired, Jim Bowden, gets his first Major League victory since 1970, and that last Major League win was against the Giants on July 11th of 1970, a game in which he pitched relief. So Bowden is the winner here today. The Braves win it 4-1, and we'll have the final totals for you in just 1 minute.
National Chevy Week America, coming September 15th through the 23rd, when Chevy dealers everywhere will be offering you some great Chevy values. There'll be a big selection of cars and trucks for you to choose from, and many dealers will even be extending their hours. There'll be great values on cars like Chevy Chevette, Monte Carlo, and the Chevrolet Caprice and Impala, on trucks like Chevy Love and Blazer, and on Chevy vans too. It'll all be happening happening during National Chevy Week starting next Friday the 15th at your Chevy dealers. So get ready, America.